Hello guys, welcome to my channel. In this video I am going to explain about the analysis of three hinged arches which is parabolic in shape. Okay, the arch is parabolic in shape and consisting of three hinges. So first of all I will consider an arch. Okay, this is an arch and you are having one support at this end and another hinged support at this end and another support at the crown. Okay, this is another hinged support. Now the span of the arch is, I am taking it as L. Okay, I am taking capital L as the span of the arch and this is the central rise. I am taking YC as the central rise. Okay, so the distance is L by 2 and L by 2 from either of the supports. So this is point A, point B and point C. So now I am going to explain the procedure and formulas that are used for analysis of three hinged parabolic arches. So as per the procedure, the first step is to calculate the rise of arch at various points. Okay, so the first step is to calculate the rise of arch. So as per the, since this is a parabolic arch, so it has some geometrical properties. From those geometrical properties, the formula is derived as 4yc into lx minus x square by L square. So this is the formula for calculating the rise of arch when the supports are at same level. So this is applied when supports are at same level. So as you can see here, the two supports are at same level and we have to use this formula y equal to 4yc into lx minus x square by L square. So in this formula, yc is the central rise and the capital L, that means span of the arch, is also given, and x is the distance from the support to the considered point. For example, if you consider a point here, so this, if you drop an imaginary line, the distance from this support to this point is the x. The point where you want to find out the moment is taken as the x. So remember one thing, the x is taken only from the supports, not from the center. Okay, you can take either from this support or this support. Now this formula is applicable only when the supports are at same level. Now if the supports are at different level, then 4yc plus d into x into L minus x whole square by L naught square. Okay, so y equal to 4 into yc plus d x into L minus x divided by L naught square, where L naught square is the imaginary length which is taken if the supports are at same level. For example, if you take arch in this fashion, you are having one support here and another support here. You are having supports at different level. Now the L0 will represent the span if the supports are at same level. Now this span is taken as the L0 just for the analysis. Okay, so the 4yc plus d into x into L minus x by L0 square. So the first step is to calculate the rise of arch, and this is for support at different levels. So this is the first step, and the next step is to calculate the support reactions. So you know how to calculate the support reactions for simply supported beam. Okay, so in the similar manner, in the almost the procedure is same. We have to use the equilibrium equation sigma v equal to 0, sigma h equal to 0, sigma m is equal to 0. By using these three equilibrium equations, we have to calculate the support reactions. So here you will have one vertical reaction, one vertical reaction, one horizontal reaction and one horizontal reaction. So by using these three equations, we have to calculate the support reactions. So that is the second step. Now the third step is to calculate the beam moments. So beam moments are denoted by mu. So just for simply I am taking it as mu. In some textbooks it may be denoted in some other way. Okay, so whatever may be the notations, the procedure is almost same. The calculation of beam moments means take this arch or consider this arch as a simply supported beam. Okay, if you take this arch and stretch the supports you will get a simply supported beam in this fashion. Okay, now you can calculate the beam moments at any point on the beam. Okay, that is the calculation of beam moments. You know how to calculate the moments for simply supported beam. It is the product of force and perpendicular distance. Okay, distance from the point to the considered point where the moment is to be calculated. Okay, that is about the beam moments. And next one is to calculate the moment in arches. This is the moment in arch. So the moment in arch, let it be m, is calculated as mu minus h into y. Okay, this is the formula for calculation of moment in arches. Mu is calculated in this particular third step. Okay, so and h is the nothing but horizontal reaction, which is calculated in the second step. It will be obtained in the second step, and y is the rise at that point. Okay, the rise at that point can be calculated from the step 1 if it is supports at same level or different level. You will obtain the y value from this step and you have to substitute here, so that you will get the moment in arches. The next one is to similarly we have to calculate at every point. Okay, now moment in arches, now it will be calculation of normal thrust. Fifth step is calculation of normal thrust and radial shear. In the previous video I have explained you the derivation of normal thrust and radial shear. Okay, the formula for normal thrust is h cos theta plus v sin theta, and the formula for radial shear is minus h sin theta plus v cos theta. So by using these two formulas we have to calculate the normal thrust and radial shear. So these are the steps which we are going to perform in the analysis of three hinged parabolic arches. So the main difference is that the raise of arch, okay, the raise of arch formula if the supports are at same level and supports at different levels. So if you are able to remember these two formulas, then you can calculate the remaining support reactions and beam moments very easily. Okay, so these two derivations are explained in the previous videos. So if you haven't seen that video, the link will be in the description, you can watch that. That's all about the three hinged parabolic arches, and thank you.